Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your main man Steven back again to bring Matchday 4 prediction of the Champions League 2025-2026. Kicking off, we have Arsenal versus Slavia Praha away from home. Arsenal are clean sheet FC. They just seem not to concede goals as of late. They just seem not to concede goals, and it looks very, very decent from this Arsenal perspective. I go for a 2-0 Arsenal win away from home. Definitely Gyökeres was good in the last game against Burnley, and he can do it again. And definitely, Slavia Praha might be harder than Burnley, but I still see Arsenal 2 goals to 0. And I think Martinelli or Saka with the other goals. So definitely show their promise in front of goals. So 2-0 to the Arsenal. Next up, we got Napoli versus Eintracht Frankfurt, guys. Napoli versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Both teams coming from a disappointing loss. I think Napoli came on the end of a PSV loss, if I'm not mistaken. The PSV loss was Napoli's game. And they beat Sporting, but what they did are definitely very bad, and it just shows how Napoli can do better at home. And PSV Eindhoven definitely can give them a game, but I say Napoli. I mean, Napoli definitely lost to PSV Eindhoven in the first match week, I think it was second match week. So definitely it's match day 4 now. Napoli at home and Trent. It can be a cagey affair, but I say a 3-1 win for Napoli, even without KDB and Lukaku, which are massive injuries for them. But you have McTominay, you have Anguissa, and you have Hoyland back. It should be okay for now. So 3-1 to the Napoli, indeed, at the Diego Maradona Stadium. Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. So yeah, Atletico Madrid versus Union Saint-Gilloise. I think Atletico Madrid will beat up Union Saint-Gilloise 3 goals to 0. It's my pick. I think Alvarez is just too red hot form at the moment. Maybe a Simeone or a sore loss. Griezmann definitely more than capable of taking down Union Sindra, especially at the Wanda Metropolitano. So definitely I fancy Atletico Madrid in this one. Bodo Glimt versus Monaco. This one can be a very close encounter. Bodo Glimt, the Norwegian outfit, can definitely do something in this one. But the injuries, quite a few injuries for both teams. Pogba is still injured, Eric Dyer, Zakaria, and Lamine Kamara, and the goalkeeper Hedrecki. So it has to be a Cohen and goal for Monaco. But you have talent like Akiliuch, Golovin, and co. But I think I'm going for Bodo Glimt. I'm going for Bodo Glimt at home. It can be a hostile atmosphere, can be tricky to travel to. I go Bodo Glimt upset here, 3 goals to 2 in this one. So definitely a lot to do. And Bodo Glimt, the Norwegian outfit, to upset Monaco 3 goals to 2. Juventus versus Sporting. Spalletti's first game in the Champions League after they sacked Igor Tudor and got Spalletti. But I go for a 2-1 win for Spalletti's men at Turin or Allianz Arena, Allianz Stadium, they like to call, but definitely Sporting CP can give you the trouble. Let's see their previous lineup to help you familiarize with some Sporting CP players that can be a problem. Luis Suarez up top, of course, Trancal and Conzelves. Pedro Conzelves is this. Yeah, Pedro Conzelves. These players can definitely be a problem. But I'm saying Juventus to win here. Liverpool, Real Madrid. My team, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Definitely, definitely troublesome. Even though we got the win at Anfield at the right time against Aston Villa, but Madrid is in very good form, smashing Valencia 4-0. No understatement. And I go for a 2-0 draw in this one. Mbappe, Vinny Jr., possibly Courtois to limit the chances for Liverpool on goal. And you will have Rudiger at the back, maybe Dean Huijsen, and will it be Trent Alexander-Arnold coming back for Real Madrid? But Valverde is definitely the starting right back. But if it's Eder Militao and Huijsen, we can definitely do the damage. But Antonio Rudiger is injured. Whoa, that might be a little shaky at the back, and we can make the best use of Dean Huijsen and Militao at the back. But Chiomani and Bellingham has been in good form. Bellingham especially beating Barcelona with a goal. And definitely Carvajal is definitely injured. And it will be most likely already a right back. And Churches, watch out for Cheres Pecaris, who scored from the left back position in the last game against Valencia. And Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe are definitely danger man problem for us. Well, Florian Wirtz finally shows worth, but I really want Robbo as the starting left back. And yeah, maybe Florian Wirtz come back in the squad like this predicted 11, but definitely Isaac might still be missing from this, but Kelleher did a good job when we beat them at Anfield last season. We will want to see from Shively this game, but I'm very skeptical about him. Very sketchy defending, like could have easily let him go against Villa, but definitely looked shaky some spells against Villa. But yeah, Mo Salah will want to get more goals than his 2050, 250 goal again in his Liverpool career. And definitely Gakpo will be a danger man there. And want to see more of Chiesa though. Want to see more of Chiesa. Like some Liverpool fans said he should start. And I personally would drop Kirkic for this crunch game against Real Madrid, and definitely do not want to risk Kirkic in this one to let us get smoked by Real Madrid like how they do on a consistent basis other than last season. So I go for a 2-0 draw in this one. I go Ekitike possibly to score and Salah. But I want Superstar to show his worth in this one and Florian Wirtz to finally get off the leash. But it's Real Madrid. It's a very, very, very tricky game. And I just don't see Liverpool winning. Javi Alonso got this team gelled. That's for later to discuss. But yeah, I might join Josh watch along for PSG Bayern, and then how to say go from there. So yeah, Olympiacos versus PSV Eindhoven. Olympiacos versus PSV Eindhoven, guys. Olympiacos PSV Eindhoven. I go for a 2-1 win for Olympiacos. El Cabi masterclass in this one. PSV don't travel as good away, but they did good at home against Napoli. That's about it. But Olympiacos can definitely prove very defensive minded, and Alcabi and Podence and Gilson Mertens, I think it's still there if I'm not mistaken. Let me check up the Olympiacos lineup. Tiremi, Alcabi, Podence, Gilson Mertens, like I said, Yaramchuk as well. Yajichi needs to get more game time. I'm telling you, man. Yajichi, it's quite the quality. You need to give him more game time. But but I don't know how fit he is. But giant over the Netherlands, Giants, champions, basically as well. PSG Bayern. This will be a very, very high scoring game, I see. It's going to be a very high scoring game. PSG at home. PSG usually do Bayern recently. Bayern have got the better of PSG as well. The head to head record speaks for itself. 7 wins for Bayern, 3 wins for PSG. But this PSG team under Luis Enrique is no joke. So I go for 3-2 PSG win. Dembele, maybe Gonzalo Ramos late goal. It's a possibility. Kvaratskhelia, Doué is injured, and Jabarni is suspended for this one. But definitely a much rotated team in the last one for PSG, and the narrow one no to Nice. Gonzalo Ramos late goal. That's why I brought him up. Fabian Ruiz should start this game. I want Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and Neves, to be honest. João Neves, what a player. Liverpool needs to scout this guy. This guy's such a baller. Such a baller there at DM. And definitely the case. Hakimi and Nuno Mendes will be very attacking minded. How is. Yeah, Zabarni won't be here. This is the last starting, but he's suspended for this one. And Dembele should start this one over Mayulu, in my opinion. And maybe Mayulu on the left wing, or maybe we'll see Bradley Barcola. But Marquinhos should be back alongside Pacho, in my opinion. And then, yeah, that should work against Kane, who should be starting this game. Kane is in my thumbnail for a reason. He should be starting this game. And Olisi as well. No more Sana. He went to Galatasaray, but you have these guys. You have Carl, who has been informed. And yeah, Olisi should definitely come back. And Alfonso Davis and Jamal Musiala are still massive injuries, but yeah, it should be good. It should be a very close game. That's why I just shade PSG, but it can be a draw. Definitely can be a draw. I won't be surprised. And Joshua Kimmich will definitely be key in that middle of defensive midfield of the park. Definitely want him at Liverpool. He is definitely the talent, but he's a little old now, so that's the only problem. So I don't think we should target Kimmich, but back in the day we should have. But yeah, so PSG 3 goes to 2 is my pick. Tottenham Hotspurs to round it up, I think. Versus oh yeah, Barcelona we didn't do yet. Barcelona is not here, it's on the next page. Tottenham Hotspurs versus FC Copenhagen. Tottenham Hotspurs versus FC Copenhagen. Copenhagen can be very, very tricky. Let's have a look at their team lineup for the last game. Yeah, you have Yusufa Makoko, definitely a quality player. I have him, I think, in FIFA 24 or 23 in Liverpool career mode. So definitely, yeah, I've won the Tottenham a treble in FIFA 23 lately, but off screen. I'm gonna show it when I get more subscribers. I'm closing in on 60. We're closing in on 100 is the milestone. So definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. And Elanusi is definitely another quality. Makoko, um, definitely so. And Zagi on the bench. Let's see who else is on this Copenhagen attack. Is there any key mentions? Subscribe Cornelius as well, Andreas Cornelius. Larson is definitely Dane. Delaney is injured. Massive injury there. Former Dortmund man. So yeah, I go 2-1 Tottenham. Just shade Tottenham at home. Colomwani had his full debut in a Tottenham shirt. I think that was his debut, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me, Tottenham fans, but definitely that's the long time he had actually started over Richarlison. And Solanke is still injured. That's the massive injury until late of this month. Yves Basuma, Madison, and Kulusevski. Tottenham have an injury crisis at the moment, especially in the middle of the park, and that's what cost them probably against Chelsea. But I go Tottenham win. So yeah, we move on to the other games on Wednesday, I would assume. So Paphos Villarreal. Paphos Villarreal. The Cyprus outfit against the Spaniards. I go 3-0 to Villarreal. Dejan Buchanan, my Canadian, to possibly assist or goal. And you have Nicholas Pepe, former Arsenal man. Barry as well, I think. And some other dudes there. So definitely more than capable. Let me see their squad. Marin, Pedrija as well. You have Thomas Partey, of course. Barry, like I said, Mohamed Barry, quite the quality. Akumache as well. Manor Solomon joined them. Alberto Moreno, Malero have been scoring goals. Georges Makatujuizi, quite the Georgian as well. And my other Canadian Kenny, Aluwasi. That's definitely not pure Canadian. What a last name that is, but definitely quality. Sereno Villarreal is my pick. Karabag versus Chelsea. There was quite the encounter back in the day. 2000s is probably before COVID or after COVID. Chelsea definitely played Karabag before, and they have Zappacosta who scored in one of those games, and definitely I think Chelsea win again. I go 4-1 to Chelsea. Chelsea definitely more than capable of getting the job done. They can use the use, Bayoni Gittins, Tyreek George, João Pedro, Liam Delap is back, Guiyu. You have a lot of talent on this Chelsea team. Pedro Neto, Pato at the back, Caicedo, Enzo, Fernandez, Lavia you can even afford to use in this game. Definitely more than capable. Estevao as well, highly rated by Chelsea fans. But yeah, so definitely do the business in this one. Ajax versus Galatasaray. I don't think Ajax are good enough. As much as some people predict Ajax to win, I don't trust put the trust on Ajax, and I go 3-1 Galatasaray. Osimhen masterclass, Leroy Sané, and co. who do the business. Yeah, last starting 11, Sané was there. Yo, man, these guys, Akungun, definitely enough. Gundogan is injured, massive. Wilfred Single should be starting the game. Jacobs, but they can definitely rotate anything. It could be anything in this game. Benfica versus Bayer Leverkusen. This can be a very, very close encounter. Benfica, without Di Maria, of course, but they signed Luke Bacchio, and you have Pavlidis, definitely more than capable of scoring goals. And Trubin can definitely hold back Bayer Leverkusen. But Bayer Leverkusen have young talent like Echeverria. You have Fernandez, those guys. Lucas Vasquez is injured. Enkil Fernandez is injured. Okay. Palacio is injured. Quite a few injuries. Malak Tillman. A few injuries. Andrea gets suspended. But yeah, I remember that red card in the last game. But against PSG, they both got red card, I think. But PSG on the end of the big something of Leverkusen, and now go to Lisbon and Lisbon. I mean, and really, really struggle. I go for a 2-2 draw in this one. Club Brugge versus Barcelona. Barcelona did struggle. Away to Real Madrid, I think it was. So definitely, this was a away game. Yep. So definitely, they don't travel as well. But Real Madrid is definitely much quality than Club Brugge. It's either a 3-1 or 2-1 Barcelona. I go 2-1 Barcelona. I'm not convinced, but it can be more than enough because they did 3-1 over Elche and Yamal scored in that game. But that's a small club, Elche. Club Brugge can definitely be tricky in Belgium, and they have Vanaken leading them, but they don't have Migole in goal. I'm pretty sure of that. So they have Jackers in goal. Vanaken is definitely Forbes, former City man as well, but I definitely think this Barcelona team is good enough to take down Club Brugge, but only narrowly 2-1. But I'm very close to shaving it 3-1. So I just save a Barcelona win narrowly here. Inter Milan versus Kairat Almaty. Inter Milan versus Kairat Almaty. Oh, is that Kairat? Kazakhstan, right? Yeah, Kazakhstan. So definitely Inter Milan win this. 4-0. It's my pick. 4-0 or 5-0. It can easily be 5-0 even. Inter Milan, Bonnie will definitely do the quality. And Lautaro Martinez. Let's see the injuries. Who's injured? Marcus Thuram should be returned, right? Darmian injured. Mkhitaryan. Well, yeah, they have everyone else. So it should be a comfortable statement win by Inter Milan. 4-0 is my pick. Man City versus Dortmund. They have faced each other so many occasions, and I definitely think Man City can definitely handle a Dortmund. Adeyemi is the only question mark, and Guirassy for Dortmund. Head-to-head records: 3 wins apiece, 3 draws. The Man City can definitely make this 4, and ahead of the Liverpool game, they would definitely want to win this. And Turkey is back, assisting Haaland for 2 goals in the Bournemouth game. Crazy good. this is why I'm worried about Turkey. This guy is on a whole nother level. If he does not score, he assists goals. And definitely, I was not watching that game, but I was keeping a headline to the score. To the score 3-1, like I said. O'Reilly with the third goal, but definitely more than capable um, of doing it. And I think City wins 3-1. Haaland, possibly hat trick or Haaland, Doku, Foden, Turkey. Two or three of them will score. Maybe three different goal scorers, but definitely more than capable of taking down this Dortmund team. And yeah, Chukwuemeka, Guirassy, and Adeyemi. Is Adeyemi injured? No, he is not. He's not used. If Slotterbeck gets injured, that might be a blow. But yeah, so 3-1 to the Man City is my pick. Second but of last is Marseille versus Atlanta. Atlanta, very disappointing. Very disappointing. I expected them to win their last game and they lost their last game. Against Udinese. And yeah, can't trust in this Atlanta team. Away, can't trust them. Greenwood, Pascal, Aubameyang, definitely more than capable. Definitely more than capable in this one. Timothy Weah injured, doesn't matter. Hammond Traore, that might be a blow. Velarde, Kondobia, Emerson is suspended in this one. But Igor Pascal, Greenwood, they rested for this game. That's why Edward, they rested. So definitely, and yeah, my Frenchman Pavard at the back, perfect, perfect stuff. Skamaka is back, but he's not scoring goal. And Lookman scored a goal in the previous game and then could not do so against Udinese. So definitely Scalvini and Darun are massive injuries. The captain injured, so the new captain is Paslish, quite capable of being captain, let's be honest. But I go 3-1 Marseille. Marseille proved too much against Atalanta. Bilbao away to Newcastle St James Park. I definitely think Newcastle, Watermade, and Anthony Gordon proved more than capable of taking down Athletic Bilbao with one of the Williams brother playing Nico Williams. So definitely Sensei, definitely more than capable, and Nico Williams being on the bench for this game possibly. Um, Physical discomfort. I don't think that's much of the thing because he was in the last game. So definitely interesting. But I think Newcastle at St James Park at home is much better than away, so they win. And that's all for the predictions. So let's tally that up. Let's tally it up in the Champions League um, thing and then wrap up. So these are the predictions and then calculate. So here is top 8. Inter top, surprisingly goal difference. PSG second, Arsenal third, Real Madrid fourth, Man City fifth, Bayern Munich sixth, Newcastle seventh, Barcelona eight, whoa, Chelsea 9, Galatasaray 10, Tottenham 11, Liverpool 12. Oh man. Borussia Dortmund 13, Olympique Marseille 14th, 15th Atletico Sporting 16th, Karabakh 17th, 18th for Napoli, 19th for Juventus, 20th for Bodo Glimt, 21st for PSV Eindhoven, 22nd for Villarreal, 23 for Atlanta, and 24 for Olympiacos. And these are the rest for close to the bottom. Sad days for Bayer Leverkusen, Athletic Bilbao, and Monaco and Benfica amongst the bigger clubs. But yeah, so that's about wrapped up the stream. So yeah. Sorry, I didn't show it. This is the table, top 8. Like I said, Inter, PSG, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, Newcastle, Barcelona, and Chelsea just fall short of top 8. Tottenham and Liverpool as well. Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid as well. Juventus, but they're in the playoffs, and these are the teams that miss out on the playoff. Ajax sadly bottom behind Karat, which is very upsetting from Ajax perspective. And Paf was ahead of them, surprisingly. So yeah. So yeah, that's about wraps up the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the video. Notification bell on the road to 100. Peace out. Steve Squad signing out.